Welcome back to Self-Love Ignited. Today we are talking about meditation as a tool on your self-love journey. Meditation is something that I used to be intimidated by, and it has become one of the best tools that I've got. It's something I do almost every day, and I highly encourage you to as well. In this episode, we are going to talk about what meditation is, what it isn't, go through a whole bunch of incredible benefits it offers you. Plus, I have an amazing free resource to help you get started. It is simple, it is easy, doesn't cost anything. And if you commit to a very simple practice of meditation, I promise you it is going to do you a world of good on this journey to self-love. My name is Katie Allen, and this is Self-Love Ignited. Let's get to it. Welcome back to Self-Love Ignited. Today we are talking about one of my favorite things, meditation. This episode is something that I've been thinking about for a while, and that is simply because meditation is such a powerful tool on the journey to self-love. It has been incredibly impactful for me. It has been so helpful for so many of the guests that I've had on. And I know that it can be really intimidating. It can be really intimidating for a lot of people. If you've not meditated before, you might just picture like a whole bunch of monks sitting around chanting for hours on end, or think that you have to sit in silence for days at a time. And while these are types of meditation, that is how it can look. That is not our starting point, right? And that is not what you need to do. So I want to talk today about a few benefits of meditation as it pertains to self-love, right? And your relationship with yourself, plus give you a really great free resource to get started, So I do just want to say as well, I have my dog in the room with me. Archie's here. So, hopefully he stays nice and quiet, but if you do hear some noises, it's just him being a dog. It's just how they go. So, meditation. Before we get into the details of it, the nitty-gritty, I just really want to tell you why this matters to me. So, for a really, really long time, I was in the place where I thought, I want to meditate. I was an aspiring meditator, you could say, right? I would see other people meditating and listen to them talk about it and just think like, that would be amazing. I wish I could meditate. I wish I had the time and the space and the ability to sit down. Archie, come on. I wish I had the time and the ability to sit down, but I don't know where to start. And it just feels all too hard. And I didn't do it. And I was in a place in my life where I was still being really critical of myself. And I was in my head a lot, right? Like all of the judgments were just swirling all the time, all of the criticism. It was loud. Let's just say it was really loud in there. And I found myself on a holiday. I was in Bali, and I had this app on my phone, like a free meditation app. I don't even think it exists anymore. I don't even know what it was called, actually, to be honest with you. And I had this app on my phone, and it'd been there for months, right? And I was like, I'm going to use it. Maybe one day, I don't know. And I found myself on holiday, and I had some free time. And there was a balcony at the place I was staying. It was like a little villa, kind of like a little tiny hotel. And there was a little balcony. And I just thought, I think I'm going to do it. I think I'm going to meditate. Oh, and I took a risk, and I went out and I sat down, and I just put on it was like a little 5-minute meditation, and I sat, and I was hooked, because from that one sort of few minutes, I felt so much calm and inner peace and clarity. And I thought, if I can do this in 5 minutes for the first time, when you start anything, there's a learning curve. But I thought, if I can feel this from the very first time, what are the possibilities, right? What else could happen? And that was the beginning of my love of meditation. So I should also tell you as well, I still consider myself a beginning meditator. I still sit normally for now. My meditation looks like I sit most days for about 15 to 20 minutes. I would say some days a bit less, some days a bit more. A lot of the times I use guided meditations. Sometimes I will sit in silence or with music, but I still very much consider myself a beginner, right? I'm just on this journey and I just really want to share it with you because I know how much it's helped me and I know that it can help you. So first off, let's just talk about meditation. What is it and what isn't it? What isn't it? What is it not? It's a much better way of putting it. There's some proper English there. So meditation looks like many things, but essentially it is the act of sitting with yourself. Now, it can look like lots of things, right? There's chanting meditation. There's meditation where you focus on your breath. There is loving kindness meditation, which is particularly useful when we're talking about self-love. It's where you cultivate feelings of love, kindness, and compassion for yourself and for others in the world. There's meditation where you sit and you look at a flame, right, where you have a visual focus. There are things such as body scan, where you actually move your consciousness, your awareness through different parts of your body and you scan your entire body, right? There are meditations that are much more spiritual and religious that involve chanting. But meditation in and of itself is not necessarily a spiritual or religious act. It can be, but it does not have to be. And that's not the kind of meditation I'm talking about today. The kind of meditation I'm talking about today is essentially mindfulness meditation, right? It is about being in the present moment, being with your breath, being in your body, sometimes scanning with your senses, sometimes just being. And this kind of meditation is really, really beautiful. There's so many benefits. And I have a little list written down because, and this is again, just like a snapshot of some of the benefits, but I wanted to just paint this picture for you. If you feel like you would like to meditate and you're not quite sure, these are some of the potential benefits. This is just a fraction, right, of the potential benefits. So first off, one of the biggest things is that meditation reduces stress. Any kind of meditation you do for any length of time, it reduces stress. By the way, I do want to say as well that there have been countless, like thousands of studies. I shouldn't say countless, I'm sure you could count them, but there have been hundreds, if not thousands of studies done on meditation to back all of this up, right? So I'm very much somebody who I like the energy, I like the woo-woo spiritual side of things, and I like the science to back it up. I like to have both. So everything I'm talking about today, there is both, right? There is the science to back it up. So reduces your stress. All of the markers of stress in the human body, there are lots of them, including things like, stress hormones, cortisol, it's your main stress hormone. When you meditate, that drops, that reduces. Your body is less stressed. Your mind is less stressed, right? So it reduces your stress, increases your emotional health. And that is a direct result of being less stressed, right? Because when you are less stressed out, you can be more present and more of you can be given to the things that really matter. It means that you can reason better, right? Your logic is better. Your emotions are more balanced because you are not on these big extremes that stress brings us on. It increases your physical health as well. And part of this is that it helps because your stress is less. Stress affects everything, right? Stress is like a whole other thing, but stress impacts your sleep. It impacts your digestion. It impacts like things like your skin, right? It impacts your nervous system. It impacts your mental health. So your physical health, when you are less stressed, when you are meditating, you're less stressed, your physical health is actually better. So this is things like your sleep tends to be better. Your digestion evens out, right? There's so many different things. Another thing is improved self-awareness. And because meditation, especially, like I said, the kind of meditation I'm talking about today, mindfulness meditation is generally what we would call it, even though that can look like a few different things, increases your self-awareness. Because essentially it is you committing to spending some time with yourself. You're committing to spending time with yourself. And in that space, you can observe your thoughts. You can observe your breathing. You can observe your body. You can observe your habits. And to anybody who thinks that meditation is boring, just sit and observe yourself. It is fascinating. Anybody who likes going, I definitely like going out sometimes and like people watching, right? Where you park yourself at a really good cafe or in a good restaurant. You can just like watch really interesting people going by and seeing what they do and how people dress. Meditation is kind of like people watching on the inside. It's watching yourself, all these old habits, these old behaviors, these old thoughts, these old ways of being. It's like, whoa, look at that. Haven't noticed that in a while, right? It can be really fascinating. So increase in self-awareness, increase in focus, attention, and productivity. So if you are somebody who works for a living, right? Maybe you sit at a computer and you need a lot of focus. Maybe you spend time with kids, maybe you drive a lot, like, right? Like most things that we do on some level require our focus. They require our attention. There is some sort of detail-oriented thing. Meditation has been shown to help with that because you are less distracted by everything else. You can be more in the moment. So, better focus, better attention. I already said, improved sleep. Meditation has been shown, even a few minutes a day, right? 5 or 10 minutes a day has been shown to help improve your sleep. Improves blood pressure, right? So if you suffer from high blood pressure, which is really, really common nowadays, meditation can help with that. And another really cool thing is that meditation can actually assist with chronic pain. So if you have an old injury, you have some sort of chronic pain, meditation has been shown to help with that. I also think that the dogs barking might be getting picked up. There's just another dog walking by the front of the house. So if you can hear them, please excuse the real life dog noises. But all of these things, these are all known benefits of meditation. And I would say to you that our journey to self-love, though it looks different for everybody, our journey to self-love, a big component of that is self-care, right? If you want to love yourself, you have to take care of yourself. Love is not just this thing that floats around. Yes, love is an energy, but love is also actions, right? Love is a way of being. So by doing an action, choosing to meditate, where there's all of these other beautiful flow-on effects, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, if you choose to go down the meditation path in a spiritual way, definitely helps my spiritual health, I can tell you that. This is such an act of self-love. And I would argue as well, anything that brings you closer to yourself, anything that brings you self-awareness, anything that brings you to the present moment and helps you be with you is helping you on your journey to self-love. Archie, shh, honey, a few more minutes. A good boy. Anything that is helping you connect with yourself is part of your journey to self-love. And I've said it before many, many times, and that I truly believe, and this is not just me, I've heard other people talk about this idea that we are love. You are love. Your baseline emotion, your baseline way of being is love. And good boy. I know. Quiet. And in fact, this journey to self-love, this journey of learning to love yourself, is not so much learning a new thing. It's more so unlearning all of the things that have kept you from loving yourself in the first place. You know how to love yourself. This love is the core of who you are. It's the core of who all of us are. And meditation helps to peel back the layers gently, slowly, only as fast as you allow, only as fast as feels safe for you. It slowly peels back these layers and it gets you closer to that core state of being, of love. So if you have been on the fence about trying meditation, if you feel like you have wanted to, but you have been too scared to or intimidated, just know that there is so much beauty in this world for you. And meditation is a practice. It's not something that you do once and then you can tick it off your to-do list and then it's done forever. Right? Meditation is ever evolving and ever growing and deepening. And it is a beautiful, beautiful journey that accompanies and supports your self-love journey every step of the way. So if you want to get started, If you would like some resources, I happen to have a few. I have a whole bunch of free meditations available to you on Insight Timer. If you're not aware what Insight Timer is, it is a free app. You can get it on your phone, on tablets. You can just access it on your desktop as well, if you like. And I've uploaded a whole bunch of meditations. There are some specifically on self-love, some on body image. There is one on talking to your inner child. There's self-worth. There's relaxation ones. These are all meditations that I've created for you. They are all short, sweet, perfect for beginners or experienced meditators alike. And every single one of these in their own way will help you to get in touch with yourself just a little bit more and accept yourself and love yourself just a little bit more. So if you would like to access those, the links to those are in the show notes. If you are listening to this or watching this on Instagram, just click, jump up to my bio, and there's a link in there so that you can access those. Meditation is something that like I said, I always wanted to do, and I didn't feel that I could. I felt intimidated by it. It felt overwhelming. It felt too big, or it felt like it was going to be like some religious thing and I didn't know what to do. And as soon as I began, I realized that it actually gets to be easy and it gets to be fun and it is very approachable and it is only spiritual if you choose it to be. It doesn't need to be. And I can promise you that if you begin a meditation journey, it will be one of the most simple and beautifully supportive tools available to you on this journey to self-love. So jump in, grab those free meditations now over on Insight Timer. The link is in the bio. The link is in my bio on Instagram. The link is in the show notes if you are listening or watching this anywhere else. And as per usual, if you would like to get in touch, if you would like to inquire about one-on-one coaching opportunities, if you would like more information on upcoming programs, I do have a couple of really exciting ones coming up soon. Please get in touch as well, just through my website. There's a contact page there, nice and simple. All right, that's it for me today. Have a good one. So much love to you. I will see you next time.